Good morning, sophomores. Today we have an exciting and thought-provoking day planned for you. Thank you for being here and for your attention to a few details we need to take care of before we head out. My name is Mrs. Vanderloop, and my role here at North is to help students, especially those who have concerns about their own substance use or the use of a friend or family member. If you have any questions today, please don't hesitate to let me know. First things first, if you are a student who self-carries medication, please head down to Student Services right now and grab that medication from the nurse's office. You will need to carry it with you. If you need adult assistance, please let one of the chaperones on your bus know as you load the bus. You've heard that we are going to party at the PAC. PARTY stands for Preventing Alcohol and Risk-Related Trauma in Youth. You are at an age where you're starting to get your driver's license and starting to be faced with situations in which you need to make healthy and safe decisions. We're going to learn more about that today. We are also going to learn about sources of strength, something you're all familiar with here at Appleton North. And we're going to learn how sources of strength can support our ability to make healthy and positive decisions in our lives. Research shows that students make the healthiest decisions when they're exposed to two vital pieces of information. The first is how to reduce risk factors, like we'll learn about today at the PAC. The second is how to increase protective factors, like when we talk about sources of strength. Although as teens, we might not have a ton of control over some of the protective factors in our lives. For example, we can't control the makeup of our family or the choices that our parents make. We can make sure that other protective factors are in place for ourselves. We can do this by making sure we get as involved as we can at school, building relationships with trusted adults, caring for our physical and mental health, and engaging in healthy and meaningful activities, both inside and out of school. Some information you hear today may be difficult to hear, process, or understand. If what you hear today upsets you in any way, or if you'd like to process through your thoughts with a trusted adult, please stop down to our counseling office when we return to school. Mrs. Vanderloop, Mrs. Strick, and our school counselors are available to help you. You can also look forward to a discussion with your homeroom advisor and sources of strength peer leaders, which will help you to begin the journey of building on the protective factors that are already in place for you, so that making healthy and safe decisions is easier and more comfortable. Before we get ready to load the buses, I have a few details about our trip today that you'll need to know. Student backpacks will not be allowed in the Performing Arts Center. If you have your backpack with you right now, please stop in the conference room across from the ceramics room on your way out to the bus and leave your bag there. That conference room will be locked until we return from the PAC. Beverages, gum, and candy will not be allowed inside of the Performing Arts Center. The staff at the PAC is very particular about this, but they're also very generous in allowing us to use their space, so please remember to follow this rule. Find a trash can before we head inside. When we arrive at the PAC, please stay seated on your bus until your chaperone tells you it's time to head inside. It can be a little chaotic when we first get there, as schools from around the area are all arriving at the same time. Pay attention and follow the people in front of you. All North students will be seated in the same area. In years past, North students have done a great job representing our school well. I do want to remind you that the presenters and speakers up on stage are doing this on a volunteer basis. Sometimes the messages they share are very personal and difficult. Please respect them with your attention. This performance is for your benefit. Pay attention to the messages that speakers are sharing with you. Let's keep talking to a minimum and keep our phones put away. I always tell my students that the more you put into something, the more you'll get out of it, and today's performance is no exception. If everything goes according to plan, we'll be back at North partway through 4th hour. If you have lunch 4th hour, you'll report to the Commons to eat. If you have a class, you should grab your backpack and head to class as soon as possible. An announcement will be made to let your teachers know that all sophomores have returned to North. All right, everybody, I think that's it. Thank you so much for your time and attention to these details. I hope you have a fun and meaningful experience today at the party at the PAC.